Ryan Easterling here with Scott Burgess of ChicagoHoops.com, here to recap day one action from the Hensley Run and Slam here at Spiece Gym Fieldhouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana. A lot of great action here on night one, but in particular, four guys to us really stood out. And to talk about the first one we got Scott.
Yeah, Ryan, I was really excited to see Devin Williams from Cincinnati, Ohio tonight. Plays with Ohio Basketball Club, physical power forward, just an unbelievably chiseled body. He's a beast on the boards. He rebounds at a very high rate. What I was really impressed with is he went strong through contact and scored very well at the hoop. And, just a great high-level athlete. Very impressed with Devin Williams tonight. And the next half, we caught a little bit of A.J. Riley for the Illinois Wolves, who A.J.'s playing at a very high level right now.
Yeah, A.J. Riley looked really good. Anytime you watch him, he's always a delight to watch because he always plays tough, he always plays physical, and he's never short on hustle. Especially this spring during the AAU season, he seems like he's really stepped his game up quite a bit. He's playing on a new level. He's finding teammates. He's scoring around the basket, which mixing it up with guys that are bigger and taller than him, it's really impressive that he's still finishing around the basket the way he is. But especially the attitude he has too. He always approaches basketball with 110% effort, and that's really the thing that I think stands out about him. He's a kid that loves to play the game of basketball, and he's a kid who really gives you the effort the coaches love too. But speaking of point guards too, one guy that we didn't see this weekend was Demetrius Jackson, who was supposed to be with NBA Select playing Devin Williams, but unfortunately had SAT preparation to do. And as you all know, student athletes are not just athletes. Got to hit the books too. But the nightcap tonight was a very impressive showing. The Mac Irvin Fire 17s just put on a clinic in the last game of the night. And to talk about the play of one of their top 2014 players, I'm going to hand it back to Scott.
Yeah, Jalil Okafor has played at a high rate, all sophomore season and this spring. He's extremely skilled power forward with great size and versatility to his game. In my opinion, the most skilled big man in the entire country on the block. Just gets it done in a variety of ways. Has so many advanced post moves for a player his age. A couple of the other things that are really impressing me right now, he's bringing a lot of energy to the game. He's running down the floor. He's beating his man down the court every single time, getting easy points in transition, which is something that really impresses me for a big man like him. And he's being able to step out and take his man off the bounce a little bit and show some versatility to his game in that way. So Jalil's playing at an unbelievable rate. He's rebounding great, playing defense, weak side shot blocker, just a tremendous talent. The Mac Irvin Fire 17s are obviously always loaded, and they have possibly the number one player in the country in 2014. And Ryan's going to talk about the guy they have in 2013 who is number one too.
Yeah, there are very few players that are better in the country than Jalil Okafor, but the Mac Irvin Fire happen to have one of those in Jabari Parker. And though Jabari's been playing a little bit, he hasn't been quite on top of his game. He's still been good. But with Jabari Parker, people are always expecting greatness out of him. And though he's been a little bit of a slump in relative to Jabari's terms, he really came back tonight. He scored 20-plus points, was finding his teammates in transition, finding him in the half court, rebounding, just great court vision, great feel. And for a guy who's his size, he has just excellent handles. Yeah. He's a guy who has tremendous skill. I don't think there's any doubt that he's number one in 2013, and he's very much possible that he's the number one player regardless of class in the country. And speaking of class, of course, Jabari, always a delight as a person too. Very good kid, always very polite. So I think that he's got a very bright future ahead. Obviously, recruiting's getting pretty hot and paced for him right now. Things are heating up, and especially as he's going to be starting to take the visits in the summer and the fall. A lot of people have questions about where he's going, but Jabari's always pretty tight-lipped about recruiting, so that's another day, another time. But anyway, those are the four players that stood out to us from day one. Action's pretty much wrapping up here right now, so we're going to go ahead and sign out for day one, check back in for day two and day three action reports. I'm Ryan Easterling. This is Scott Burgess signing out.